I'm coming, boy, I'm coming. Hang in, just relax.
Phrasing. Welcome to Paulogia, where a former Christian takes a look at the claims of Christians. If you're new to the channel, why not take a second to tap on the subscribe button so that you can be notified when new science, theology, or news videos come out.
Well, good evening, folks. Kent Hovind here and the crew at Dinosaur Adventure Land.
Wow, it has been quite a long time since I've watched anything new from Kent Hovind. He's really upped his production value. And look at that, he's finally got himself a white lab coat so that we can have that visual clue to know he's a real scientist.
We normally have Whackin' Atheist Wednesday.
Oh, whacking day, may God bestow His grace on ye.
So you see, Lisa, even God himself endorses Whacking Day.
Let me see that.
No.
A guy named Paulogia
Close.
has done all kinds of videotapes against creationists.
I have done 0 videotapes against creationists. It's been like 20 years since I last even had the ability to play a videotape, though perhaps I could reach more of Kent's audience if I would put my material out on videotape. But alas, to date, no videotapes.
He did one, a former Christian takes a look at claims of Christians.
I did say that one time, yes. Or every time. It's kind of my thing.
He did one against my son.
Kent Hovind here is father of Eric Hovind. By my count, I've done about 60 videos about Eric and his ministry. But just like the Gospels are all correct when one says 3 women went to the tomb and another says 1 woman went to the tomb, because duh, if 3 women went to the tomb, obviously 1 woman went to the tomb. Yes, by that way of thinking, I've made 1 video about Eric.
And Ken Ham.
Yes, also that one about Ken Ham, with 60 to spare. Yikes, has it been that many already?
And some folks up there at the Answers in Genesis.
Is it Answers in Genesis or The Answers in Genesis? The Answers in Genesis is kind of tougher, cooler. And for what it's worth, I've even made a few videos about you, Kent. Maybe I'll wrap those up in a playlist for you so you know what to respond to.
He said, oh, these Christians are crazy.
I absolutely did not say that Christians are crazy. I would never. It was just a few years ago that I was a Christian, and I believed pretty much what Kent teaches about dinosaurs and the age of the Earth. I didn't get smarter, and I didn't get saner when I abandoned those erroneous beliefs. Christianity is not a mental illness. Please check out this excellent video from Shannon Q on this topic, and why it's an incredibly irresponsible thing to say.
The Bible's not true.
Okay, yeah, I do say that all the time.
Paulogia, you're on the list.
We're putting you on our list.
What list?
What does it say here? So many atheists need whacked these days. Paulogia needs whacked badly. Is it fair game to make fun of poorly worded things on screen?
Look at that shirt. I did a science. Does that make any sense to anybody in this room?
Oh, it is. Good.
I'm coming, boy, I'm coming. Hang in, just relax.
You're starting to sound Catholic, Kent.
I'll be there, okay?
By this point, I hope you're thinking to yourself, making a snarky video response like this sure seems out of character for Paul. Doesn't he normally advocate for listening charitably and addressing ideas rather than the person? Why, yes, I normally do. I genuinely don't care about what Kent says about me. I'm not holding my breath that he'll ever actually address any of my videos. And I'm nearly certain that he won't address any of my actual ideas or refutations of his ideas. If he happens to, great. Maybe that'll be worth a reply, and maybe not, depending on what he says. The only reason I'm bothering to address this at all was that he went on to say,
Rachel, you did another one, honey.
the Rachel, honey, he speaks of is my friend Rachel Oates, who has repeatedly addressed Kent's claims with well-articulated science and considerable class.
Would you just stop and go do makeup, okay? You like to do makeup.
Go do makeup. I know you like to do makeup. I didn't know that you were the dinosaur in Dinosaur Adventure Land, Kent. That kind of condescension and misogyny is dismissive and disgusting. The kind of thing you'd say if you can't combat an idea.
Stop doing stuff on science and evolution. You're way out of your league, honey.
Way out of her league. Rachel has an actual degree from an actual university, including courses in modern biomed, neuroscience, psych, and philosophy. Kent's unaccredited education is from a literal trailer in the middle of nowhere. Again, not something I care about or I'd normally mention, except he's bringing up qualifications. It's not even Kent's education that makes him woefully undermatched. He either can't, or refuses to, even articulate the theory of biological evolution as held by those he feigns to debate. If you can't articulate your opponent's position, you're not actually fighting your opponent's position. You're fighting something else. I would suggest that Kent move his channel over to makeup tutorials, but makeup is far more complicated than anything I've seen from a Hovind. This may sound like I'm white knighting Rachel. Trust me, I'm well aware that she needs zero help from me or anyone in refuting whatever Kent will say. But his utter condescension is so vile, I just had to let everyone get a glimpse of Angry Paul. And I'm doing this with Rachel's blessing. She's far too busy having an amazing time tonight to give Kent a moment of her thoughts. I don't curse on my channel, but I do kind of wish that hell was an actual place. Because if it was, I'd really like to invite Kent to pick up his vile misogynist attitude and go there. Sorry for the unpleasantness. Let's cleanse our palate by focusing on what's really important this Thanksgiving season: Christmas. A number of atheist YouTubers are soon winding up a drive to raise funds to help less fortunate families have a better Christmas this year. If you're willing and able, there's still a little time to contribute to this amazing cause, and you can find a link in the description. If you do, please tell them that Kent Hovind sent you. And speaking of Kent and the holidays, let's wrap this up with the newest single from his Christmas album, debuting on Skylar Fiction's channel for some reason. Again, link in the description if you want to hear it all.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, okay, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow.
Until next time, later.
Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought me some corn for popping. Maybe it'll evolve. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, okay?